Hey folks, you may be surprised to know that great insurance is available for a surprisingly great rate. With State Farm, you can get surprisingly great rates on your car insurance, and you don't even need to have a special connection on the inside. You need to have VIP name. You need to be on the list. Everybody's a VIP. You can get these awesome rates just for being your damn self. It feels like you're getting the special treatment that we all deserve these days for everything that we've been going through. Excuse me, we should all be having an access pass to the good life. And with State Farm, it's not just another insurance company. They have the coverage that meets your needs for a price that fits your wallet. Okay, so get with it and get insured. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I've always wanted to say that. Let's move on.
Hey, y'all, it takes courage and sometimes just the right music to be who you are. From award-winning trans advocate Precious Brady Davis comes a powerful memoir of independence, release, and living the dream. It's called I Have Always Been Me, a memoir. You can read it today at Amazon.com/I Have Always Been Me. Again, that is written by Precious Brady Davis. So yeah, head on over to Amazon.com. Find I Have Always Been Me, a memoir. Get your life. And now let's start the show.
With all my heart, I love you, nigga. Mm-hmm. Stay with me, and you will see my arms. Will hold you, nigga. Was it never leave?
That's it.
'Cause I believe I'm in love, sweet love.
Yes.
Hear you calling out my name, and I feel no shame. I'm in love, sweet love. Was it? Don't you ever go away. It will always be this way. There's no stronger love in this world. Oh, nigga, no, you're mine.
I'm sorry. I tried to keep it together.
Me too, whatever. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Parker Kit Hill.
And I am Samantha Irby. This is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
It is indeed. And welcome back. And thanks for being here. And aren't you glad that you made it?
Didn't we? I mean, a miracle of all miracles, because a lot has happened.
And if you aren't glad you made it, that's why God made wine. Amen. This week, excellent.
That is a throw pillow waiting to happen.
You know what? You just said something. But you know what? What's that place called? The place where the girls go and make artisanal things. Pinterest. The Pinterest children and the Goop girls. You can have that.
That's
that
free.
For you.
Do something with it.
Mm-hmm. So this week in Black Excellence, we are giving honor to the Brooklyn Emerging Leaders Academy, an all-girl high school that opened in Bed-Stuy in 2017. It says here on Because of Them We Can, the Brooklyn Emerging Leaders Academy can be shortened into BELA, or as I like to say, BELA. And I say it with that tone and bass. I don't know why, because I'm ignorant, I guess. But it says here that BELA's mission is to help overcome the educational inequities encountered by Black and brown youth by empowering each young woman to be the best version of herself. And guess what? The first ever graduating class of the Brooklyn Emerging Leaders Academy has all gotten accepted into college. The school senior class is 90% Black, with more than 75% of the graduating class being first generation college students, which is awesome. The class of 2021, they applied to over 150 different colleges and universities, and they raked in almost $1 million in merit-based scholarships, working their asses off, and asses off they're working.
Okay.
Each of their 50 seniors, all 50 of the seniors in their graduating class have gotten college acceptances. So shout the hell out to all of these hardworking young ladies, mostly Black, brown, and the switch. The co-founder and head of the school for Bela, Miss Nisha Fullwood, said, "Today you are rewriting history and contributing to the legacy of District 16 and Bedford-Stuyvesant." The true name of Bed-Stuy, if you didn't know. Get into it. We've always said that you all were, because you know white people like to move into places and shorten things. Well, I guess Bed-Stuy was. But anyways, we've always said that you all were destined for greatness, that you changed the world in ways we could never imagine. Despite your non-traditional senior year, today we celebrate all of you. And that includes Crystal and I over here at this Raggedy Podcast. Congratulations.
It's ladies. True. Yes.
And all your hard work. And I'm sure that your futures are very, very bright. And it sounds like Bela is the place to be.
Right. And y'all.
It's probably not Bela.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they said it and they said it like you say it, but like Bela, bitch. But yeah,
I got a Bela.
These girls to have pulled off what they pulled off with like a year of Zoom school,
Child.
I really can't fathom having done that for like high school and then still doing well enough to have racked up all these different scholarship offers. So yes, very proud of you young ladies and wishing you all the most success.
This has also led me to insatiable craving for an all Black Facts of Life.
Somebody make it happen.
And so, yeah, Rob and Thede maybe get with the girls. Bedford-Stuyvesant, Facts of Life. All Black, nothing but tooties. Tooties all around.
A black girl boarding school? Yeah, I want to see that.
Please.
I do.
And also watch Abbott Elementary on ABC.
Oh, and I cannot. I just came across the trailer for that earlier today and I started cracking up all over again. I cannot wait. I love Quinta, so... Yes, Black girls just doing the damn thing. Samantha Irby posted the trailer for the second season of Work in Progress. Have you seen that show?
No.
It is so crazy and so good. I think it's on Showtime. And it's about this white dyke who starts dating a trans man and she's like super depressed. And
I've heard of this show.
Yeah. Yes. So it's really, I mean, when I tell you this lead character is so impossible to root for, like you want to, and then at the same time, you like, oh my God, why won't you get out your own fucking way? Like you too old to be acting like this frequently, like about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, Samantha, I'm not even sure if she wrote on the first season, but she posted the trailer for the second one. And I am so excited because everything Samantha Irby touches is absolute gold. And like she literally does not ever miss. Everything she does is incredible. So another Black girl working in TV
Shout
and putting
out to
out
all
great
of my
product.
Shout out to all of our family out there in screenwriting, creating stories, reflecting the shit that we need to see out here and trying your best to, you know, crack through the whiteness and just get our stories told.
Yeah, exactly. And doing such a hell of a job at the exact same time. So yeah, it's not an easy thing.
You are. We see you and we speak your names.
Amen.
This week in our pop culture segment, Hot Tops, Prep Up to the Streets, which is another name for the summer.
Especially this summer.
Yes. Well, we have like a nice little, I don't know, nice little gumbo of garbage.
Is it nice? I was gonna say, is it a fun gumbo? Because I don't think it is.
Some of your nigger faves are dipping their toes into acting. We have here, apparently, The Weeknd will be starring in his own HBO series, a show that he will be co-writing and creating with the creator of Euphoria, Sam Levinson. The show is apparently called The Idol, and it will follow a female pop singer who starts a romance with an LA club owner.
Oh, no, thank you.
Who is also the head and leader of a secret cult. So, sounds like The Weeknd's life story. I don't know. It sounds like something he would, I don't know.
Okay.
He frightens me.
Yeah, same. Somebody else is going to have to watch that and let me know, is it godly? Like, not even just Christian, but like, is there a higher power involved in the production of this? Because not only does The Weeknd scare me, but that man who invented Euphoria scares me too. So, them children was going through a lot. Though those kids are very fucked up. It's a great show, but like unnerving. So, y'all gonna have to tell me.
Yeah, The Weeknd gives me like, I'm frightened. I've never really connected with his voice. It kind of feels to me personally like a signal emitter of some kind. You know, like in a Mission Impossible where it's like, oh, this, like you think it's just a ringtone, but it's actually emitting a signal to like a nuclear weapon, like a warhead somewhere.
Yeah.
And that like you actually have T-minus 45 seconds to live. Like his voice sounds like something that puppies would enjoy, but secretly it's starting a world war.
It's devious.
But that's just my personal opinion and outlook. Also, something just about his tone and way of movement and expression gives me that, like, if I were at any sort of a dinner brunch and the doll Abel was there would be a moment where I would blink my eyes. And in just the matter of that blink, I would open them up in sort of an Edgar Wright Gaspar Noé style way. It would be like art house. Now I'm in another dimension.
Okay.
And there's nothing here but black lights. And The Weeknd is the king of the black light kingdom, and he demands my soul. I don't know how I feel, but good for her. Good for her.
Watch this be the plot of this show. I will scream.
On the flip side of things, Young Thug is set to make his acting debut in a Tiffany Haddish production. The girls over at She Ready are working on a film titled Throw It Back. It is apparently going to be a musical dramedy which is the main positive takeaway I had from this, starring Shahadi Wright Joseph, who I'm a big fan of, famous for her work in films like Us and The Lion King and like the series Them. She is an awesome young talent, and I'm a fan of everything that she does. And Tiffany is cool. Apparently this film, Tiffany is cool. Like that was so like half-assed. And, like,
you
rude.
said it.
Like I like her too. I do enjoy Tiffany. I didn't mean it.
Like, oh yeah, and Tiffany
so,
is also there.
She exists, I guess. Like I didn't mean it to sound. But it says here the music, it's going to be sort of like a dancey musical. It sounds kind of like new age Bring It On, Stomp the Yard, You Got Served vibes, where a high school senior is working hard to get a spot on a squad to appear in a controversial Miami rapper's latest music video. So she wants to be part of a high school dance team and be in this rap video and probably come of age and learn that niggas ain't shit or whatever.
I mean, it is a rite of passage for all of us.
Yeah, we all have to get there.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Like I said, I enjoy Miss Joseph.
Yeah, me too.
I like what Tiffany Haddish brings to the table. I'm curious, is Young Thug playing a rapper from Miami? Couldn't he just be from Atlanta?
Right.
is from, I guess.
I mean, I hope not. I actually hoping that he is playing somebody else from Miami. Because I think that's more of like, I don't know why, but like Young Thug being like a drug dealer from Miami makes more sense for him to play in like a role than like a rapper from Miami. It just seems like, and I'm not entirely sure why, but
Postmates employee.
Okay, yes, somebody working in the gig economy.
South Beach busser.
Probably has a few different jobs, right? And hopefully he's not the one who like sells this girl something tainted. I don't know, but
Zogang cadet.
I want good things for Shahadi Wright Joseph, so.
Me as well.
Happy for
and nothing but the great things.
Exactly.
Yes, me as well also. And all of the things. One Karrueche Tran, star of Claws. Claws is on TBS, right?
It's either TBS or TNT.
It is TBS.
There you go.
It's TNT. It's loud and wrong.
I cannot.
Anyway, Karrueche just pulled up to the festivities the way that the girls asked. And now she's dodging Chris Brown reunion rumors. The headline on the Shade Room read, "Oop."
Oh, God.
Chris Brown and Karrueche Tran were spotted leaving Six Flags within minutes of each other. And they showed a video of this nigga coming out in his fitted in shorts and hopping into a card that looks like a holographic Pokemon card. Mm-hmm. It literally looked like when your nephew asked, like, do you got games on your phone? And you do. That's what the phone looked like. Okay. Like the games.
I got you.
Which is completely in line with everything that Chris Brown represents. And then allegedly minutes later, one Karrueche went on about her business and hopped into her car or Uber or whatever. And so then we have the headlines and gossip and gasp and all of these things because maybe you knew, maybe you didn't, maybe you cared, maybe you did not. Karrueche has been single as of earlier this year. I think she broke up with Victor Cruz, who plays for the National Football League. And you like how I said the whole thing because I know about sports. And then so now the girls are like,
yes.
Ooh, rumors. So that's what was posted. And Karrueche pulls up with a comment and said, It didn't say that. I added that part. She said, ellipses. There was an event at Six Flags for Space Jam. There were a ton of other people there. Next.
Yeah. I was just about to say, you mean they left Six Flags within minutes of each other? I'm sure hundreds of, if not thousands of other people could say the exact same thing.
So many people.
So, like y'all be reaching and trying to make something where it does not exist. And honestly, I would hope Karrueche would not be even willing to entertain that little nigga Chris Brown. I would hope.
I mean, I guess I understand being like, let me just go ahead and put my motherfucking foot down right now. 5 to 10 toes, bitch. Let me just go ahead and just address this at the moment before we all get a little too out of control and wild out.
Right.
Because what Karrueche said, not after I sank into the void between a yonless titties.
That's right.
Are you gonna have me on here looking like I ran back to this nigga when I just wanted some cotton candy and a quick preview to the 2021 Lola Bunny? Fuck y'all. I pulled up, to watch the movie, get a swag bag, and go the fuck home. I did not speak to that nigga. Right. I do not care about that nigga. Good night.
I took my pictures and I went on my merry way. I'm not mad at her for clearing that up at all because niggas would absolutely.
You believe her?
It. I mean,
you believe her? You think she's lying?
I don't think she has any reason to lie. Like, who are we? Nobody. Well, to appease the Shade Room? Like, girl.
I mean, if you want to get into the depths of it, it's really not that simple. It's just like, oh my goodness, scorn. Oh my goodness, TNT. What do you think of this? Oh my goodness, blah, 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 blah. So, like, I'm not saying that I believe she's lying because I don't. I'm just saying, like, they're it's not as simple as just being like, well, yeah, well, I don't give a fuck what y'all think. Rihanna did it, but we're not all Rihanna.
I mean, that's true. I guess I just get the feeling that Karrueche is trying to like not have her name be primarily associated with that nigga, you know? Like,
I agree.
That was a mistake I made some years ago, and I'm trying to be out here with like a career and doing other things, and so
lessons learned, queen.
Exactly. So I'm trying to.
Was like, I just wanted to ride the king to car or whatever.
I just want to add to my Wikipedia. I'm not trying to go back to old dicks making old mistakes. No, thank you. So leave me out of that narrative.
Well, amen. And you know what, sis? God bless you.
What a mood.
Speaking of relationships, apparently the blogs are halfway on fire. I mean, the black ones anyway. That was not okay.
What?
There's Zendaya and Spider-Man were kissing, and then the internet was all, oh my goodness, Spider-Man and Rue. Yes, ma'am. What is that?
Spider-Man and Rue.
I'm just submerged in shame, and I just like, I'm fine.
I'm not your, what? For what? I don't even know what you did. It
wasn't even intentional. It was someone else does. Anyway. Listen, the girls are like sort of kind of like giving life to this whole Zendaya Spider-Man rumor or whatever, because there were photos that Truth Maybe Zero posted, or was it Truth? Or was it Page Six? No, Page Six posted some photos of the dolls out in LA somewhere in Tom Holland's Audi, kissing, making funny faces, and walking around the yard and looking like a casual couple, and Zendaya ain't got no makeup on, and still she looks like, queen of the
like that
or whatever.
Whole model.
And and here we are, and they've got a movie coming out in December. And listen, I feel too old for this rumor. I am a Zendiva, which is the name I have chosen for Zendaya stands. Right. That's probably not it.
I'm certain. I'm 100% certain that
I'm actually willing to bet my life that that's not what it is.
But
I'm a Zendiva, and so whatever is good for her goose is good for my goddamn gander. And so if that is Spidey, then great. I think he's adorable. I think he seems like a pretty good actor. My favorite of the live action Spideys. I don't understand why we needed a Nathan Drake, especially a Nathan Drake that's 5. But I really enjoyed both of them. Yeah. And if Zendaya is happy, I'm happy as well. But young man, you cross her.
Right. Don't fuck it up. That's all I have to say to Tom Holland. Like, regular relationship issues and, blah, 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 fine, whatever. It's not like we're going to be that deep in y'all's business, but like, don't do something terrible, because that would be your ass. That's it. Like, like you said, I'm too old for this
right now.
I'm too old for this relationship.
I'm in my auntie throne, perched, like willing to cut for strangers. Like, I will Spidey your verse, bitch. You better be careful.
Oh my God.
There will be no way home coming.
Being all threatening and shit, even though that boy, what's his name?
Like, they're gonna call the FBI. I don't know.
Tom somebody.
Tom Holland.
Seems like the most, Tom Holland. He seems like the most non-threatening white boy of all time, but you never know. Looks can be deceiving.
He truly seems as though he like plays hacky sack and drinks Capri Sun on a regular basis. And I want to hug both of them and give them snacks and like chaperone them to,
to the
Johnny
dance.
Rockets.
Johnny Rockets. So they can split a milkshake.
Because I thought of a sock hop first, and then I thought,
oh my god!
Does Johnny Rocket still exist?
I think it does, and it's probably one.
What a shit establishment!
Oh god!
What a terrible place to eat and drink and be.
I don't think I've ever. If I have, I don't remember it, so that can't be good.
Horrible food.
Oh, God damn.
Horrible food. Despicable atmosphere. The lengths that they demand their employees to go. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. These bitches aren't going home and listening to Elvis Presley. Like, take the shackles off their feet so they can just pay their goddamn bills.
Okay.
Like, I feel like maybe what Johnny Rockets had was shakes. Anyhow, what's next? So Lil Uzi Vert versus this other nigga Saint John. I'm no longer calling him Steven Uziverse because he took the crystal gem out of his face, thankfully, because I was probably going to kill him or, take him back to Homeworld.
Yeah. Some severe physiological damage. I wouldn't be shocked.
But apparently, last Friday, he got into a bit of a kerfuffle with rapper Saint John at the Dialogue Cafe in West Hollywood. This just... Okay, never mind. No, I'll say it. Whenever I think of like straight people being in West Hollywood, I'm always like, why?
Yeah,
and that shows you how much I know about California or LA or anything like that. Anytime I'm like, well, straight people are in West Hollywood for what? Because anytime I think of West Hollywood, I think of gay white people and The Walking Dead.
Yep.
At the same time.
I mean, me too. It's probably
like the last gays of us.
It's probably just very mixy overall. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if you tend to see a lot of celebrities there just because it is West Hollywood. But yeah, when I hear West Hollywood, I automatically think of rich white gays.
The girls are giving Starship Troopers, but the aliens and not the troopers.
I have not seen that, so I don't get the reference, but...
It's giving A Quiet Place, but A Quiet Fleet.
Didn't see that either, but I do know what fleets are. So
this is what sleep deprivation looks like. So Lil Uzi Vert and Saint John were in West Hollywood. Saint John was minding his Negro business on an alleged business lunch date with one Brittany Bird, who is the ex-girlfriend of rap star Little Uzi Vert. Well, Miss Vert was not feeling this little moment at the cafe. So he pulled up, allegedly hopped out of a Cadillac Escalade, approached the table, swung a punch at St. John, missed. Then at some point they are saying a gun fell out of his person, frightened bystanders. And also reports have it that at some point in this whole debacle, Uzi pushed this gun into the stomach of Brittany Bird and punched her repeatedly, which led to her having to go to the hospital. So the blogs are currently having their ghetto debates with that. Since then, we have seen Uzi in the Hamptons with his current girlfriend, JT, where he was dancing like one of the damn Rocksteady crew, Zulu Kings, breaking, whatever the fuck. And she was screaming in support of his, America's Best Dance Crew abilities. And I guess he's supposed to act like this never happened because he's a nigga in rap.
See, this is another example of like looks being deceiving. Because for the longest time, I thought Lil Uzi Vert was some harmless young person who was like maybe bisexual and
probably,
just like to be out here and having fun and making his music and, like very like late Tumblr-ish. I don't know why. This just always has been the impression that I had of him. So hearing this story, like this stuff about the ex-girlfriend and all this, I'm just like, this is why you can't go based off of like vibes you get from niggas or a couple of little short videos you see of niggas that went viral or whatever. And this is why you can't assume that a person is above something or not capable of doing something because of their celebrity. Because like it's gross enough that you are this pressed over seeing your ex-girlfriend out to lunch or dinner or whatever with somebody else. Like, it's weird enough that you are reacting like this, but like, a gun, my nigga. And I thought you was about to say it fell out of his purse, and I was really gonna scream. But this whole like a fucking weapon, and the girl had to.
I'm picturing like a little Glock for like a baby Glock falling out of a Chanel that he hasn't given. He hasn't given to JT yet. Like, it's still got the tag on it or something.
I just this young lady had to be hospitalized. Like, I don't understand.
What is she doing?
I don't know what Jatavia is doing at all by continuing to be in a relationship with this person.
Oh, I meant Uzi.
Yeah, and I was gonna say I also don't understand what Uzi's entire issue is at all, because like, I think if I'm JT though, I have to sit down and really start asking myself some very difficult questions. Like, why is he this pressed over his ex?
You gotta.
Why is he putting his hands on punching and like using guns? Like, why is this happening? Why is he doing this to another person? Because nothing about that story led me to believe that a violent reaction was warranted or necessary. So why? What's happening?
Or presence. Or or being there.
The fact that you were even bothered, like, it's really yeah. So now
you have a whole ass new girlfriend that you claim is so great and bad emojis, and she's always bigging you up and screaming for you and all this other stuff, and she's literally beautiful and hardworking and stuff. Why are you out here catching cases of your ex? What is this fucking giving? And you got a lot of nerve with your Buzz Lightyear sized ass, like pulling up on anybody with any kind of any pressure. Like, just hey, if you listen. Call me back. Why do I keep saying that? These bitches, like, I don't have my
but for real, tell her that. I mean, but y'all both from Miami. Y'all can. I'm sure y'all know somebody who knows somebody who know each other. I'm sure, and it's just
you a fucking silver dollar. You're a silver dollar. I don't give a fuck about Baby Pluto. I don't give a fuck about, and because I enjoy Uzi's music, I truly do, and I, like you, looked at Uzi as kind of like, oh, he's like the little like alternative rocky rap nigga that like has all the tats and piercings and is maybe a little somewhere on the Kinsey scale. Yeah. And like, you know what I mean? I think of the bus, the little viral video where he pulled up on them niggas on the bus and was like, I don't know, I'm just out here, just hanging out. And just seemed like, I just got here. It just seemed like every man. And then fast forward to now, and I'm thinking of him talking to JT, talking about on live, cussing out a woman being Carisha and saying like, JT, if I tell you to tongue kiss me right now on this live, you'll do it. So stop. And it's giving like, woo.
You a little controlling and possessive and
I don't like.
Prone to outbursts. Yeah, it's just nothing about this that I care for, and I want that girl to be safe. And this nigga, he don't even deserve the nickname in reference to Steven Universe, because Steven Universe would never.
We have completely removed it, as he has removed that ghastly and ridiculous stone from betwixt his brow. We're not calling him that anymore, because Steven Universe, Rose, even with her raggedy, trifling ass, deserves better than that.
Trifling.
And everything that Rebecca Sugar built, we're done. We're not doing it.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
So that has died.
Right. Too bad. Grand closing.
Onika has very, very, very important news to share this week, girls. This podcast is coming out on Wednesday, but apparently tomorrow, Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, one Onika Tanya Mirage will be sharing some tantalizing information. She tweeted today, "There's something I urgently need to share with you guys. I'll go live on IG Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. No, I won't be late. In fact, I'll be early. This is very, very, very important. Love you guys so much." I'm assuming that this is going to be in relation to her HBO Max documentary.
Yeah, this is promo for something. Because there's no such thing as a celebrity urgently needing to tell their fans something.
To schedule something for later in the week.
Right. And then to be like, I'll do it in 48 hours. What? So it isn't?
Yes.
This actually isn't urgent. If it was that urgent, you could have put it in a tweet. But yeah, no, this is a promotion
package
for something. Yep.
Yes.
Which is fine.
I definitely think it's gonna be related to her. I think it's a docu-series. Yeah, it's 6 half-hour episodes. It's not just a film. So it's gonna be a Nicki Minaj docu-series coming to HBO Max, and I feel like it's gonna be in a relation to that because it feels too early to be an album-related thing for some reason. And I damn sure don't think it's, hey guys, I've accepted Lil' Kim's challenge to Versus.
Yeah. No, me either. I definitely don't. I don't think we'll ever get that.
I don't think she's gonna tell us her son's name. We're still gonna have to call him. We're probably gonna call that child Papa Bear when he's applying for college.
I just now realized we don't know that baby's name.
His name's Papa Bear. I'm not complaining, girl. Privacy. I don't need to know that baby name. I'm glad that the fact that you shared those adorable photos of him to me felt like a privilege. Thank you. I get to see what he looks like and gush over how cute he is and how he looks like you. I wouldn't even have done that. And I'm not famous.
Yeah, I'm just shocked, honestly, because birth records.
You need to tell me that boy name.
Birth records tend to be fairly public, so I'm just stunned more than anything else that either Nicki hasn't like registered it with the state, or somehow somebody is like not spilling or leaking this information. I'm kind of shocked that it hasn't come out, but good for her. Yeah, good for her. Keep as much of that private into yourself as possible. But yeah, urgent message to share with your fans in 2 days. That is not it. That's not true. No,
definitely feels like you're all about to get a crisp trailer to this HBO Max tea. And like, even that, I'm actually really interested in watching the series because like, much like Kim's memoir that's coming out in November, I'm locked in. I want the tea. I want to hear how y'all been feeling. I want to hear how y'all been working. I want to hear how these niggas have been trying you and disrespecting you and how you had to put them back in their places. I want to hear how you've been feeling about all of the gossip and all of the rumors. I'm into it. So
yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch it. So
fully and completely.
So yeah, if I am still awake for whatever ungodly reason at 10:30 p.m. on Thursday, then
I will be.
I mean, I tried to do it the last time Nicki said she was going live, but she was so late that I had to go to bed.
That's why she said I will be early.
Because the Barbs were pissed, child.
They were.
She had them niggas up looking at Instagram for like an hour and a half.
Every Barb has like some sort of self-crafted chart to their bloodline connecting to Nicki's. So they all feel as though they are Nicki's cousin and they are comfortable and familiar enough to be like, bitch, you need to have your Trinidadian ghetto ass on here with the time that you said that you're going to do it. And so she's like, yes, I will be on time or I'll be early or whatever, which is cute. So
we'll see.
We shall see what it is. But if she's actually just announcing that baby's name, yeah, fine, whatever. I'll take that too. I had like this whole story of Lil' Kim and what she said to 50 Cent, but what time? We're at like 40. It's 11. Okay, I'm going to just move on to. So Tabitha Brown was a subject on a recent Hot Topics segment of the Wendy Williams show.
Mm-hmm.
Wendy, who admitted that she was not familiar with Tabitha at the time, pulled up a clip where Tabitha was talking about the ability and excitement of retiring her husband. I believe his name is Chance, retiring him from the LAPD so that he could instead pursue his passions and his dreams, including, coaching and mentoring young men, starting organizations along those lines, and so on and so forth. Child, Wendisha was not having it. She sat up there, let that clip play, and as soon as it was done, she was like, nope, not at all. And she very candidly was like, if anybody knows what it's like to be raking in the dollars and having a nigga on the back end, taking advantage of that, it is me. And let me tell you, Tabitha, this bitch I've never heard of, how that's going to go for you. He's going to be bitter. He's going to fail time and time again. He's going to come home and be angry at you because he feels unfulfilled. And then argument and all this other stuff. And honestly, like when I watched the clip, of course, this was after, you know, Tabitha's response.
Mm-hmm.
But when I watched the clip, I felt bad because, like, personally, it felt to me like after a while she forgot she was talking about someone else.
She probably did, because the projection was deep.
It was deep and it was crystal clear. Like, it felt like she fully just like relapsed into an argument that she had with Kevin. And honestly, to this day, fuck Kevin Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that he stands for and whatever is going on with his ratchet ass ghetto union to this day. But at the same time, like, mama, you can't just be projecting that kind of tea onto people that you don't even know.
Right.
Anyway.
I mean, and it's because it wasn't like, let me just give you a word of advice, sister. Happy for you that you were able to retire that man. He was too damn fine to be a cop any damn way. Well, so all I'm going to say is, you know, watch out for A, B, and C. Would hate to see you in the type of situation I was in.
Thank you.
Instead, you said, Tabitha Brown, this is how your miserable ass marriage is going to unfold.
Yes.
And this is how it is. And I know because I lived it. And it's like the entire time I'm sitting here like, but Wendisha, that's your life. That's your marriage.
Yes.
That's your...
You just said you don't know them.
Right. And Tabitha and Chance have been married already for like 30 years or something crazy. So it's like, I really
They've been together 23 years, I think.
Yeah, something like that. So it's like, I really...
Her husband is not Kevin.
Her husband's not Kevin. And
I'm sure that nigga's not perfect.
100%. However,
but you're 1000% right.
You have no space to tell this woman that this is how it's gonna go when you have decided to, like, that you make enough money to where your man can stop doing this and now you taking care of him. Meanwhile, Tabitha Brown's like, you have no idea what we have going on over here. You have no idea what he sacrificed so that I could be out here and getting my career off the ground, and the things this man has done for his family. Like, this is me holding him down the same way he held me down and all this. I'm like, what happened to just saying, I have some advice, or even perhaps here is my opinion, and not, this is what's going to happen to you. And I know it's going to happen to you because it happened to me. Like, that just logically, that don't even curl all the way over, because like, that's not how life happens.
It's cute, girl. Love the smile and the showing of the teeth. Look out for these things.
Yep.
Like, it could, you know what I mean? Like, it could be giving like, if anybody knows this path, it's me, girl. Yep. So look out for A and look out for B, and please look out for C. But not like, oh, let me tell you what's gonna happen with you and your husband that I don't know, and I also don't know you. It's just like, right. I felt bad.
And like, that's another thing. Felt like you were acting.
That nigga did a number on her.
You don't know these people, and you know that you don't know these people. You just heard a woman made a lot of money, and now she's saying her husband don't have to work no more, and you immediately got triggered. Like, the real psychological trigger, not what them little asshole kids on the internet say to be rude. Like, you really got triggered, and you went off into another space that didn't have nothing to do with Tabitha Brown or Chance.
Well, honey, Tabitha folded her ass up like a hibachi napkin.
What does she call her fans? The Tabacados?
Oh, I've never heard that.
All of the Tabitha Brown fans went to Wendy's comments with avocados.
Yeah, they did. I did see that.
I think she called them Tabacados. I might have that wrong. But yeah, that was hilarious.
But she did get on her Instagram and addressed Wendy in the clip in the most saved way I've ever seen. And like, everybody before I watched the clip myself was just describing it as the best read ever, the most saved read ever. And I expected it to be, you know, tinged with, you know, like little digs and insults. And it genuinely felt like, it felt sincere and kind of moving. And like, Tabitha don't know Wendy either.
True.
You know, so she was also assuming herself. But it felt less like, let me take digs at you in your failed marriage, and more like, I hope that you can experience the love that I say that I'm experiencing. And that you understand that everybody is not going through what you think you're going through. And it just turned into, I don't know, Bible study with 60 teeth, with 60 pristine white teeth.
Right.
And people really enjoyed it. There was no cursing, and it just felt like upliftment. And I'm sure that Wendy shrugged that shit off and went on another pity brunch with Ray J or whatever. But you know, here we are in the today of things.
Here we are. I mean, it felt real nice, nasty to me when I watched it. It was like,
it did.
It was very much like the church lady shade that I grew up witnessing. So immediately I was like, it's not that I doubt that you mean these words, but I would not say that you mean them like with the full love of Christ, like you say you do.
Full love.
I was just saying, like, this is not
the way that
I'm not gonna
loving the way that loving the way that Crystal Light is juice. You know,
diet love. Yeah, it was, saccharine love. So love.
Yeah.
If you drink too much of it, you have a little headache, and then you need to have some real love to rinse it out. So yeah, it felt very much like that to me. But at the same time, Tabitha Brown was well within her rights to give Wendy every last bit of that, because she had it coming. First of all, Wendy talks about everybody.
She does.
Mm-hmm. And secondly, like you said, this was, I don't even think Wendy at a certain point, she probably was not even aware of who she was talking about anymore. She got
truly stopped
swept up in her own story, which,
yes,
fine, girl, but like, you need to be able to articulate, like, this is me talking about my experience, not necessarily me saying that you are going to have my experience, because why would that be the case? You and Tabitha Brown are not the same person. Y'all don't have the same husband. It would be different if Kevin left Wendy for Tabitha and now they was shacking up or something. That would be a different story, but that's not it.
And I kind of find it difficult to like shrug off the thought of any Negro leaving a police department anywhere. Like,
this is a good thing.
I'm not super tapped into the movings and shakings over at the Brown Empire. But that nigga no longer working for the Los Angeles Police Department and instead doing something to enrich young minds. Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, this is a great thing. I'll take it. I'm real happy for their family. Like, real happy that we have one fewer black cop in this country. Ecstatic, overjoyed for them.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I don't even know how you could be mad at that. But that's the thing. Wendy wasn't really mad at that. Wendy mad at Kevin. Wendy mad at her situation. Wendy's still hurting and dealing with the repercussions of the shit that nigga put her through. The years he embarrassed her. This whole situation with the baby mama and how fucking ridiculous that was. Like,
yes.
It was not
Wendy
about
was simply
Tabitha.
reading a teleprompter filled with information pulled together from a group of people that are not her. Yeah. With information that she don't give a fuck about, as has been done and is the thing. And this one was a bit slippery, but that's how these things go.
Well, next time you won't try the avocado lady. I bet you'll think twice before you try the avocado lady again, because the vegans was not having that bullshit. Okay. They were not. And I really enjoy Tabitha Brown's content. I don't try her recipes because, like, I will just eat real shrimp. I'm not going to spend an hour trying to craft shrimp out of like hearts of palm. I'm not going to do that. But
not you eating Joanne Fabric's shrimp.
But she reminds me a lot of like
That's probably a Florida thing. Where is their Joanne Fabrics? It's just Miami.
Joanne Fabrics is nationwide. It is nation. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yay!
No, I'm not finna sit here and construct no shrimp when there are real shrimp at the store waiting on me. I don't have. I'm not gonna do that.
Science projects.
Yeah, but I like Tabitha Brown, and her sleep story that she did with Calm is like one of the best things I've ever heard.
Yeah, I've heard great things.
I didn't even fall asleep the first time I listened to it because I was like taking mental notes. Like she dropped all these damn beautiful ass gems, messages throughout the stories. I was like obsessed with it. I listened to it every night for like a month. So I want good things for her, and I'm never mad at anybody who is like honestly, if Wendy had came at me like that with that same energy, I probably would have done the same thing. Like, sister, I understand your marriage was garbage and perhaps you don't know what real romantic love feels like, but don't project that bullshit over here onto me and my family. God bless. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All that.
Well, that is it for the hot tops this week. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And now we're going to go ahead and No, we're not going to take a break. Before we take a break, we're going to get into Kid Fury Sports So, welcome back to another edition of Kid Fury Sports Shorts, where we know everything about sports.
Yeah.
And sports know everything about us. This week, we're talking about everything that you can be looking forward to in the latest National Basketball Association finals. This is the era of the Basketball Association journey where the girls are fully into their anime era and they're like, we are the best of the best. Okay, it's, you know, Goku versus Vegeta. It's Midoriya versus All Might. The girls are we're here and we're doing the things, honey. And so, you know, it's giving the Phoenix versus the Bucks for the final.
Is it?
It is.
It's giving the Phoenix versus the Bucks. Amen.
It is for the finals.
It is.
Phoenix is a place in Arizona. And the Bucks play for the Bucks are Milwaukee, and Milwaukee
is a city in.
It is a place.
Okay,
and apparently they have deer. And so the Suns absolutely cleared LA to the Clippers. LA, the Stephanie Tanner of the LA NBA.
Oh my God.
They cleared the Clippers for game 6, 17-22 off passes in the first half of game 6 in the playoffs. 17 assists.
What does that even mean?
It means that they did better. Girl, catch up. And so Chris Paul, C3PO, 41 points in game 6 of the playoffs, 8 assists in the game, which was it ended in 130-103 for the Suns. And so here we are now, deep into game 1 of the finals. As of the time of recording, it seems as though C3PO has led them to yet another win. The doll, as I said, great addition to the Suns. It looks like we're closing out at maybe 118-105 for the Suns.
I cannot.
Milwaukee, catch up, girl. You've got plenty of time. You know what I'm saying? Don't go out and do too much drinking tonight. Maybe stay off of my Vidster. Seminal retention is a thing I've heard through TikTok and Tumblr. That's not true. But just try it out. Because this is for all the marbles. It's for the big ones, girls. And so you can make sure to catch game 2 this Thursday. That is July 8th, where they will be playing again for additional information and points. And, you know, it's looking like it may be a good time for the Phoenix girls. Neither one of these teams have won finals in decades. But it's powerful because guess what? Trina said, I got an ass so big like a what?
A sun.
And said. Guess what? Crime Mob said you can nuck if you what?
But
it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. That's it for Kid Fury Sports Shorts. You're so welcome. This is what I do, and I do it expertly. I'm not here to brag. I just care about the art form that is sport.
TNT need to add you to the lineup. You need to be right up there.
They can't afford me. Honestly, I'm so busy and like who has the time? You know, I do it because I care.
They have the budget for Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal, but not for you. Wow.
Yikes. Right. I mean, it makes sense, you know, because Shaq, I don't know what he's giving. Maybe he's in it for funsies. Barkley anybody should be able to afford that bitch. But me, woo, I'm over here at the Reed, girl. Okay. Yeah, anybody should be able to afford that ball, bitch. I said it and I meant it.
Do you and Charles Barkley have an issue that I don't know about?
I'll take his job any motherfucking day. I know what I'm talking about. I'm intelligent. Okay. I'm adept to the sport and the things and the statistics and the goings. Ooh. I'm also youthful. I'm young and pruned. And you can't catch up. You can't catch up. And Charles Barkley is a piece of shit.
So. TNT need to call you. They need to call you.
There's never a day where they're ever going to be able to catch up to my beauty. So that has been Kid Fury Sports Shorts. We're going to take a break and then we'll come and read your letters. So guys, Planned Parenthood has asked us to tell someone how we see them. And so Crystal, I want you to know how I see you. Uh-oh. And I see you as a bad bitch that dragged my ghetto ratchet, like reluctant black ghetto ass out of the depths of Dade County to pursue his dreams and be a bad bitch up here who could do some further things. And here we are scratching, surviving and excelling and being the girls that God has had us to be. I see you for the person that cares and the person that gets a party started and the person that will cut a bitch if it comes to that. Wow. And I feel lucky to see the real you that these other bitches will never see. They'll get the podcast version, but they'll never have the privilege of knowing the actual bad bitch. Wow. And that's the true tea. Get into that. Planned Parenthood sees you as well.
Thank you, friend.
It truly sees you, not just as patients, but as people. I'm talking to y'all at home now. Visit beseen.org to learn more now. That's beseen.org. Go learn more. Go plan your parenthood. Crystal's the best. Let's move on.
Hey, y'all, now is the perfect time to turn your cool idea into a new website, and you can do it with Squarespace. Squarespace has everything you need to showcase your work, blog and publish content, sell your products and services. Literally anything you can dream of, Squarespace can help you do it, and you can get to know your audience with their analytics tools. They've got insight on page views, traffic sources, time on site, audience geography, all the things you're going to need if you're going to be selling advertising and getting more people to invest in you and your product. Plus, it is also simple. You start with a design template and use drag and drop tools to make it all your own. And every website is optimized for mobile right out the box. You don't have to do anything extra. You truly don't understand the struggle of the girls who had blogs before. Like before this was commonplace, sweetie, you had to work at it, okay? But Squarespace lets you do it immediately. And every Squarespace website and online store comes with a suite of integrated features and useful guides that will help maximize your prominence among search results, which is incredibly important. People are looking up things. You want to make sure that your blog or website or product or service comes right up in those SEO results. We use Squarespace for our own websites, for thisistheread.com. Again, I love it because it is so simple. You do not have to know anything at all about coding. You can figure it out, and it's very simple to customize and make it all your own. So head to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. That's squarespace.com/read with offer code READ for 10% off your first purchase. Let them know Kid Fury and Crystal sent you, and let's get back to the show.
Okay, folks, we are back now, and it is time to read your drama.
Hallelujah. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. First of all, we have an update this week. A couple of updates, but this first one came from Ryan, whose baby daddy decided he wanted to come back around. After he said that crazy shit to her. I think we read that last week or maybe 2 weeks ago.
He lost a leg.
And so now he was like, "Oh, I guess I will claim your baby." So
Right.
Ryan said, after talking...
Y'all were very passionate about this letter.
They were. After talking it through with my parents and my group chat, I decided to give him a call, and we spoke for an hour about everything. He seems sincere enough in wanting to step up and has offered to begin giving me money every month for my son. We ended up meeting him at a public park, and he and my son instantly clicked. They are so much alike. Girl, I know you was mad, but it's true, you know.
So he's childish.
It did warm my heart to see my son having a good time playing with his father, although Adam insisted that my son call him daddy, and I told him he would get that privilege once he proved he could be one.
Well,
also, I took your advice and laid out my expectations for him as he enters my son's life, and I made it clear that I did not want to pursue a relationship with him, and I see this as nothing more than a professional association between myself and a former friend who happens to be my son's biological father. Adam seemed genuinely disappointed, but he understood that there was nothing he could do to take back what he said to me 3 years ago. Well, thank you for all the advice. I appreciate it so much. Crystal, I'm proud of you for being back in school. I have a PhD in psychology, and it's tough but rewarding work. Continue to be Black and excellent. Love y'all, Ryan. So first of all, thank you, Miss PhD lady. I will take that, all that encouragement, and I'm happy for you that you were able to put your personal feelings, your justified feelings. Let me be super clear.
Yes.
But that you were able to put those to the side so that your son could have the opportunity to know his father. Because you could have just not. You could have. So.
Mm-hmm. I want to hear from the straight niggas listening to this by way of their girlfriends or wives in the other room, or your nigga or whatever, that are rolling their eyes weakly as you usually do. I want to know how you feel about mama saying that the daddy term is a privilege. Should he be able to get daddy off top, straight niggas? Or should he be able to have his baby call him daddy just off the strength of him being bio daddy? Mm-mm. Is daddy a term that you feel like he should earn, a vicarious listener? Come on into the room. Don't be ashamed. Come, let's give him 5 seconds to walk up to the... Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. So what's the tea? What you think? What's it giving? Because I agree with her.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. If you told me you ain't never gonna claim my son and don't put your name on the birth certificate and calling my baby all these terrible things and speaking terrible about me, it ain't no way in hell I'm gonna let a nigga that my child just met be like, oh yeah, daddy. No, I'm sorry.
You had to literally damn near die.
No. Right. Right. For you to decide that you could claim your child, nigga, hell no. Hell no.
Because I think a part of what's been expressed so far, either by way of Ryan's previous letter or responses or both, it's like, who's to say that this nigga's not gonna change his mind again and be like, you know what, this is too hard. Or I don't like your fucking attitude, so I'm leaving and I decide that I am not daddy. Like, no, prove that you understand what it takes to be a grown adult ass parent. And then sure, I'm not gonna have my fucking kid get comfortable calling you motherfucking daddy when I don't know where the fuck you stand. This is nice that y'all, you know, get along and can bond over the joy of a juicy juice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that he, you know, he got along with a 3-year-old.
Right.
Because if you are like willing to talk to 3-year-olds, they will talk to you. Most of them. So.
Listen, they will.
They want to be friends. So Ryan, yeah, I'm glad that you gave him the chance, but yeah, you can, as far as I'm concerned, he can keep that daddy shit on ice for now. We'll revisit it maybe around Christmas or something. Maybe. We'll see.
Beat it.
Best of luck to you and your baby, though. We have another update from Simone. Now, Simone wrote us a couple of years ago.
Oh my God, congratulations on winning RuPaul's Drag Race.
I wish. This Simone is a lesbian and wrote us because her wife at the time made a sex tape with an ex-girlfriend a week after Simone's grandmother died. Yes. Whoa. So for those of you, she said this episode was on February 28th, 2019. So for those of you who want to go back and listen to Simone's original letter,
we read about this.
So she said that our advice and therapy, friends and family, she said So she said we helped her to get over all that. And so anyway, coming back to this, she decided to start taking better care of herself, got a new job, making more money, and decided to go back to school this fall. And then she says, December 24th was my 33rd birthday, and I decided to gift myself a new car. I was trading in my old one, so that meant I had to reach out to my ex because we co-signed for each other's vehicles when we were married. She got back to me and was very willing to help, which was a little bit shocking because we ended things on such bad terms. While we were texting, she extended her condolences because my mother unexpectedly passed away earlier that year. She also apologized for what she did and how she treated me in our marriage. I apologized for my part as well, and that was that. Fast forward to now, and I got a text message from her saying, I just really wanted to say that I'm sorry. I was confused because this message was from a number that wasn't saved in my phone, but it did turn out to be my ex. I said, it's cool, but what are you apologizing for? We already had this discussion. She said that karma is kicking her ass, and now she understands what she put me through because the woman that she cheated on me with got married. The woman that she cheated on me, got married, and had a baby with is now doing to her what the two of them did to me.
Oh.
They got a shared girlfriend, and now her wife is icing her out, showing more attention to the new girlfriend, and essentially, they are trying to get rid of my ex-wife so they can be together. I would be lying if I said I didn't have a huge grin on my face. But I know the stress she's going through. And I completely understand. I would be doing the same thing, but
human.
Exactly. But I know the stress she's going through because her ass did the same thing to me. Plus, she doesn't have a support system since moving to Atlanta like I do. So she's constantly hitting me up to vent. I don't have any feelings for her anymore, good or bad, but I also don't feel like being her shoulder as she goes through this bullshit with the same woman that she fucked me over for. What would y'all do in my situation? Am I being too cold-hearted? Thanks. Love you both, Simone. So this was like an update / new question.
Well, honey, I mean, if this is a classical, how you get him is how you lose him?
Yeah, that's it. Yep. How you get him is how you lose him.
It's like, what do you want from me, Dolphy? You know, like, what that face? What do you want for me?
How am I supposed to make you feel better here? And like, why would I?
Like, what?
Right. She's definitely using you as her support system. But you have got to, like, it's time right now for you to start drawing some boundaries around this. Like, just because I unblocked you and you let me sell the old car or whatever, doesn't mean that we're friends or even friendly. And I'm not going to sit here and help you deal with the situation that you put me through. Like that, I'm not going to do that.
I don't know. What the fuck do you want me to say to you? And it's not even like this is unfathomable to me, this type of behavior. This sounds like toxic behavior that is quite common and familiar and whatever from people that do this kind of shit. But it's like, okay, well, God bless.
Yeah.
You know, like, what am I supposed to do? Be like, woo, woo, woo? Am I supposed to gloat? What the fuck do you want? Why are you hitting me on my line about this and not a therapist or somebody or your mom?
I mean, excellent.
Can I heal? Like, you want to like not only dig up the trauma that your ass put me through with this same bitch. Oop. But you want me to do that with a filter of pity for you because you're now going through it? Can you get the fuck off my lawn?
Yeah.
Move around. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You said you don't have any feelings for her anymore, good or bad. So the next time she texted, if this were me, the next time I got a text message from this person, I would be like, Good luck with dealing with this, but I'm not the one who will be able to emotionally carry you while you handle this.
I can't help you. Mm-mm. Exactly.
Best of luck. And then I would be putting her text message thread on Do Not Disturb so that I wouldn't even get the notification when it came in. And then if she continued to harass me or if she reacted poorly to that, then I would block her and be like, see, knew I didn't have no business dealing with your dumb ass. But
signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
Yeah, she can't reasonably expect you to be that for her because that is fucking crazy. And that's ridiculous. Y'all are not friends, and you don't owe this woman nothing. She's constantly hitting you up to vent because you actually respond.
Yep.
So I think you have to stop responding. And if you want to tell her why, that's fine. But honestly, I don't even think you owe her that. But
you damn sure don't.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like that just opens the doorway to discussion, debate, argument that is irrelevant, unnecessary. I honestly feel like you could just not respond because what the fuck are you supposed to say in the first place? But this isn't an attempt to like rope you into some sort of sympathy journey back to this person on some, oh my goodness, I was so wrong.
Yep.
Can you ever forgive me? I now see the light of how I did you. Good, great. Apply that to the future without me in it, bitch.
Exactly.
Deuces.
Yes, actually, I can forgive you, but forgiving you doesn't mean I still want to be on speaking terms with you.
Exactly.
I'm forgiving you so that I don't walk around every day mad as hell at what you did to me.
And that's what that is. P game, that should be good enough. If me saying that I forgive you for what you did is not good enough unless it comes with like reunion,
right?
Then you don't give a fuck about my forgiveness. You don't give a fuck about rehabilitation. You don't give a fuck about what you did in the first fucking place.
Rehabilitation. You don't though.
Okay, if me saying that I understand what you're saying, where you're coming from, where you're at, and I forgive you and I'm moving forward, if that's not good enough for you without me being up underneath you or responding to the remainder of your text or whatever, you never gave a fuck about that shit and everything you're talking about is garbage and you need to go back to the fucking drawing board.
Yeah, because at that point, you don't care. All you care about is your feelings and getting what you want. You don't actually care about me and what I need. And you have the lack of self-awareness is really astounding because bitch, it would never even occur to me to reach out to the woman that I did wrong for support while the woman I cheated on her with is doing me wrong. Like you hoes got the audacity. Y'all got it. If nothing the fuck else, how do you even work up the fucking gall to do some shit like that? Sweetie, no, you're not being too cold-hearted. You're not being cold-hearted enough. Fuck her. Let her figure it out. That's her. She made her choice. And so now you can make yours. All right. We have another letter from a lesbian. This one is named Ashan. She says, I'm a 32-year-old lesbiana living in Chicago. My ex-girlfriend, Monica, and I were in a relationship for 5 months before she got a promotion that moved her to another state. We decided to break up because we both understand that long-distance relationships would not work for either one of us. But we still remain friends and we talk all the time. A few months ago, our group of friends and I went to a bar where her best friend, Kara, came on to me heavily. While I was apprehensive at first, the Casamigos demon started tapping on my shoulder and encouraged me to live free. So we ended up fucking.
Oh, real free.
I didn't tell my ex.
Sex seems sweet. Making your own money. You're looking for the right party.
I did not tell my ex about it at first, but then Kara and I started hanging out more and we hit it off. After a few weeks of us hanging out, I reached out to my ex to let her know what was going on, not for permission, but just to let her know so there weren't any surprises. Monica said she was cool with it and that she could understand. She just urged me to keep her out of any problems that Kara and I might have.
Work. Mama's like, you don't even know what the fuck you're getting into.
Listen. Kara and I dated for about 2 months until one day we got very drunk and she started spilling a lot of secrets about things my ex did when we were together that weren't so savory. And then she confessed that I am the 4th ex of Monica's that she has hooked up with. I asked her if Monica...
What?
She calls these women conquests, and I asked her if Monica knew about these conquests, and she said, no, you're the only one of them who is honest enough to say something about it.
What kind of death note?
Y'all, I stopped talking to her that night.
Cat and mouse?
My feelings of being just another notch on her bedpost aside, I was really disgusted that she could do this to her so-called best friend. When Monica asked me why Kara and I stopped talking, I just told her that we didn't get along. I didn't feel like it was my place to tell her that her friend has been dipping into her sloppy seconds for who knows how long. I can't believe you called yourself a sloppy second, but
well,
all right. I feel bad for lying because I think Monica should know what her friend has been doing. I'm not sure if it matters considering they are no longer in the same city and it probably won't happen again. I just feel like if it was my friend, I would want to know. Do y'all think Monica should know about the things her best friend has been doing? Would I be messy as hell if I told her about it? Thanks, Ashawn.
Honey, I don't know. I don't know how else to respond to that. Wow. What?
Yeah. She was offended. What? Like, how dare you? How did like it's some kind of game maybe? Like, so you just fuck all of your best friend's exes? That seems. Yeah, I would be real thrown off by that. But on the other hand, Monica did explicitly ask you to leave her out of whatever the issue is. So I wouldn't be surprised if she already knows more than you think she does.
Are you not frightened?
No, definitely not. This is just lesbian shit.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, no, this actually doesn't sound that far-fetched to me. Not at all.
What is this determination to pick up the exes?
Yeah, so do you think...
what is she doing?
Do you think that Ashawn, the person who wrote the letter, would be messy if she told the ex about what the best friend has been doing?
Absolutely. Yes. Do I think she should do it? I don't know. But messy? Yeah, sure, of course. But I don't think that you should, specifically because she said, girl, go away from me with this Apollo.
She did.
So it does sound like she already kind of knows capabilities, possibilities, and just would like to avoid the headache. So I think I would not tell her specifically because it sounds like she already kind of knows what's up or what could be up and wants no parts and is permitting you to go and have your ratchet fun. So I think you should probably just do that. Mama was like, yeah, I get that she's a throat baby and I don't want to.
Oh my God.
Hear about it.
I get that she's a throat baby.
I'm so tired.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I think that I actually don't think you would be messy if you told her because you sound like you coming from like a place of actually being concerned that this person is like very fucking grimy. So I don't think you would be like trying to be messy. But I do think, I mean, it's hard for me not to put myself in this situation. If I was Monica, I would want to know that my best friend was like literally going behind my exes and fucking with them. But I think if you look at the whole situation objectively, the fact that Monica didn't give a shit when you told her that y'all was fucking around, she was like, just leave me out of it, girl. Have fun. I think that's a very big sign. And then the fact that she was like, if y'all have issues, leave me out of it. Another giant sign that she may, Monica may know more about the whole thing than she was even willing to let on with you. Because if I was either that or she has like completely moved on from you, because I can't imagine being okay with a person that I thought was my best friend sleeping with one of my exes, much less 4 of them. So the fact that she was so chill about it, I think that means you should just, call this a lesson learned. I'm sorry that you felt used for the strap or whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if that was what you did, but
well,
yeah, I'm sorry that you had a negative experience with it, but yeah, I think I would just mind my business on that one and probably just try to keep things cordial still with my ex, but fall back entirely from that best friend situation and move on dating somebody who don't know neither one of them. That would probably be that's my next main goal, is to just be like, okay, you know what, girls, it's time to wash my hands of this whole situation and just find something new that works for me and go live your bliss or whatever, and let that be that.
Agreed.
Okay, we have another one last email, very quick question from Sedaine, who wants to know if you, Kid Fury, have watched Jujutsu Kaisen and The Demon Slayer.
Jujutsu Kaisen and the Demon Slayer.
Yes, apparently it's a movie. I'm gonna say
okay.
no.
No, I feel like these are two different things. Jujutsu Kaisen, I think, is an anime / manga that I am not familiar with, but I have heard of.
Oh,
however,
okay, these are two different productions. All right, got you.
Yeah. Demon Slayer, I just started this past weekend and am thoroughly enjoying. And I simply started it because I kept hearing about it nonstop. And I think there's a movie that came out not too long ago that did really well and is really popular and still in IMAX and theaters and shit. So I started that because it's still in its first season. So I'm trying to catch up on it. And it's really good. I'm enjoying it a lot. And I haven't watched a new anime thing in a while, especially one that's kind of adult. So I'm enjoying it. But the other one, Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't know shit about whatever the fuck that is. So y'all gonna have to just, bear with me. I like Demon Slayer. I'm very Nezuko so far. Please, no spoilers. Don't spoil. I'm only on episode 11. So
okay. Have you seen Mob Psycho 100?
Yes, I love Mob Psycho.
Okay, that one, she recommended that I watch that, and that I watch Dr. Stone and The Promised Neverland.
Good. Yes, all good stuff.
Okay.
I don't know that you would enjoy any of them, but try. Sure. I don't think any of them seem like your tea. You're not really an anime girl.
I tried to watch the one with Andara Ankala, the Lost Somebody.
The Last Airbender?
Yes, The Last Airbender. I tried to watch Avatar. Sorry. I tried to watch that.
That's not even an anime.
I just thought if I got it out,
like anime adjacent,
it would click for me, but it's not?
It's also so good. How could you not like The Last Airbender? What are you, crazy?
I don't even think I disliked it. It just did not hold my attention.
You need to finish it.
Oh, okay. I will force myself to do that.
It's 30 episodes. No, I think it's 20 episodes a season.
Oh, yeah, I have plenty of time to do that.
You need to finish it.
I am in school.
It's so good. But yeah.
Okay. But I
talked about recently on the show about how fucking over the fact that the James Cameron Avatar films are getting sequels the same time that Nickelodeon and the creators of The Last Airbender created this Avatar Studios. And now we have to go back through the whole, which Avatar are you talking about? The one that's good, stupid. Not the fucking fake Pocahontas blue garbage.
Okay, but I will add these.
Interstellar MAGA.
I will add these to my list of things to look at, when I have additional time or whatever, maybe. But yeah, I just don't know if I think Steven Universe might be the most anime that I can really get into.
Most anime-esque thing.
Perhaps. So, because
pretty anime.
Let's not forget what Sailor Moon did to me.
Again,
I won't do it. I won't do it.
It's hard when you're an adult. It's hard when you're grown. Yeah.
Because the way you had a fit at my house just the other day when the topic of Harry Potter movies came up.
You're wrong.
But here's the thing, like, objectively, I'm not.
You are.
I'm really not.
You only watched the first 3.
Only?
There's like 18 more.
I suffered. I toiled.
Yes, as did the rest of us. But guess what, Helen?
Awful.
We read the books when we were 7.
Yep.
And you read them when you were 30.
Correct.
And so you should have been watching the movies when we were 9, or when you were 12 or 15. And you didn't do that.
I did not.
And so you now have to suffer through the bad wigs.
No, I don't.
And whatever the fuck else so that you can get to the good shit, because it does get great. And there's Helena Bonham Carter and
no.
And the effects get better.
No.
And the acting gets better. And Alan Rickman is eternal and immortal and fantastic. And
I knew it was going to be garbage when Shariel told me that Peeves is not in the movies. I knew right then.
What the fuck do you want?
I'm just saying, I knew in that very moment it was going to be a waste of my time, and I was right. So.
I'm not doing this.
Okay. And yeah, let's not, because we just did this on Sunday, and you were very passionate.
Because you're wrong.
Okay, anyway, that wraps up the questions this week. If you have one for us, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We're going to take another quick break and be right back.
Guys, lots of things can make your workouts hard, but your socks should not. That's why Bombas performance socks are built to be nothing but comfortable and supportive. Their performance socks have taken all the amazing innovations that make Bombas the most comfortable socks that you've ever worn and added their special Hex Tech performance technology. Their performance socks are stitched in special moisture wicking yarn and temperature regulating vents that allow cool air to flow in. They also prevent overheating. They come with a pillow-like tab to save you from blisters, amen. Stay Up technology, a special arch hugging system, and an extra layer of cushiony comfort on the bottom for the perfect amount of support. I'm a socks in the morning, socks in the evening, socks at summertime type of a girl. So performance socks that I can work out in and feel comfortable in and not have to worry about my feet being all busted. Sign me up. They come in different styles for every sport or exercise, specific design features to help you optimize performance. And all their socks for every pair of Bombas performance socks you buy, they donate a pair to someone in need. They've already donated over 45 million pairs of socks so far. So go to bombas.com/read today and get 20% off your first order. That's BOMBAS.com/read for 20% off. Bombas.com/read. Go treat your feet. Let's move on.
Hey y'all, with HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door, so you can skip those trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips, so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or less. HelloFresh has quick and easy meals, 15 to 20-minute dinners, breakfast on the go, and more easy options. Perfect for your busy lifestyle. I love HelloFresh because it makes things so much easier. Everything comes in the box. The instructions are very clear. They have everything you need, so it's not a bunch of waste and mess like that left over. With 50 menu and market items each week, including ready-to-eat salads, sandwiches, and soups, there's something for everybody to enjoy. Plus, HelloFresh's recipes are designed and tested by professional chefs and nutritional experts to ensure deliciousness and simplicity. Their high-quality fresh ingredients are sourced directly from growers and delivered to your front door in under a week. Again, the fact that it is so easy, it just they take all of the hard, complicated part out of cooking, and it helps me feel a little bit more like I am being a responsible, real adult. And I'm not just ordering some garbage with zero nutrition to be delivered to my door because I waited till the absolute last minute to eat or whatever else. I'm doing something to take care of myself, cooking myself actual real meals. And I just, feel very accomplished when I actually prepare a dinner for myself. So if you want to get started, go to HelloFresh.com/theread14 and use code TheRead14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/TheRead14 and use code TheRead14 for up to 14 free meals plus free shipping. Let them know we sent you. And now let's wrap up the show.
Folks, we are back. It is now time for the read.
Mm-hmm.
Take it away, Crystal. I feel like you're going to have a lot of
I actually do not.
Thoughts and opinions.
I actually don't have a whole lot to say right now. I feel like there's been a lot of mess that happened over the past week, but what came out today, Tuesday, this news about Nicole Hannah-Jones actually made me scream. Do you know who Nicole Hannah-Jones is?
I do not.
So she is a journalist. She won a Pulitzer Prize for the 1619 Project, which is the...
Oh my God, I do know.
Yeah. So the 1619 Project, if you didn't read it, please do. But it is at the basis of a lot of why these white conservatives are crying about critical race theory. And the facts that that Nicole Hannah-Jones put into this document have really, really pissed off the whites. So she was up for tenure at the University of North Carolina. And at first, they initially denied it. And then after the internet had a fit, alumni, faculty, students all protested. They decided to reverse that decision, offer the tenure anyway. Miss Hannah-Jones today declined their offer of tenure and has decided to accept a role at the prestigious Howard University, instead taking her talents somewhere Negro. And I think that Howard actually created a job for her. This is not even a role that I've ever heard of. She is the night chair. Night like knight in shining armor, not like the opposite of daytime.
I thought they were talking about night school.
No, she is the night chair in race and journalism. She will also found the Center for Journalism and Democracy at Howard, which will focus on training students in investigative journalism, an incredibly, and I mean incredibly needed skill. And one that, you know, she would know if anybody would know. So this is not even really a read. I mean, obviously this is not a read about her, because in the announcement, it was also made public that Ta-Nehisi Coates will also take on a faculty role at Howard. He is a Howard alum, so he'll be teaching in the College of Arts and Sciences. But it's more like, I'm just so impressed with this Black woman who, if you haven't read her statement about the whole thing, you really should go look it up. But what she said essentially was, I have busted my ass for these crackers. And I have proven over and over again that I am simply the baddest bitch when it comes to these things. And there's nothing else for me to say. Like, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. And UNC Chapel Hill, yes, you can free yourselves. You ain't even got to worry about me and my bright ass, red ass, Kool-Aid colored hair coming up to your school and nigging up the joint or whatever. Like, whatever your board thought was going to happen because the 1619 Project bitch came through, like, you ain't even got to worry about it. I will go where I am appreciated, where I am wanted, where my talents are seen off top for what they are, where I am valued for what I bring to the damn table. And it was just like, I truly did not, I don't know why, but I didn't see this coming. I thought she was going to take the tenured job and, you know, try to work on UNC from the inside out or whatever. But excited to see what she does at Howard. And that also leads me into the second part of my read, which goes out to one Felicia Rashad, who we truly can't say. I mean, we can't say anything good about anybody on this fucking program, because they will turn around in the next 72 hours and disappoint the absolute fuck out of us. But Felicia Rashad is the new dean of fine arts, I think, at Howard, right?
Doesn't matter anymore.
And so when Bill Cosby was let out of prison last week on a technicality, again, I want you niggas to understand, it is not as though some new information came out and he was suddenly deemed innocent. This
nigga literally pulled a chance card that worked in his favor.
Exactly. This was literally the prosecutor's office agreed to not do something, and then they did it anyway. Like, literally a technicality that got this man out of jail. And Felicia Rashad 17 minutes after this hit the wire, decided to log into fucking Twitter, which, I mean, really, Twitter does not, it never works out well for celebrities when y'all decide that that's where you want to let out your problematic ass opinions. But yeah, she decided to tweet her support of Bill Cosby and said something like a great wrong has been righted. Yes, a miscarriage of justice is corrected, which is just like,
what?
First of all, this man's sentence being overturned does not mean that a miscarriage of justice is being corrected. If anything, a miscarriage of justice is being enacted. It is being carried out right now. I don't know how you, Felicia Rashad, or any of the other weirdos who are just supporting Bill Cosby despite every reason on the planet not to. I don't know how y'all ignore the sheer number of women who have said something about it, the almost certain fact that everybody who Bill Cosby has sexually harassed did not speak up about it, has not made their story public, and never will, thanks to the way that they have seen you niggas fucking reacting to it. And third, and most importantly, the fact that that nasty ass, scummy ass, creepy ass son of a bitch admitted to drugging women. Like, I don't know how y'all ignore the facts and the common sense right in front of your face because you love the Cosby show so damn much. It simply was not that great. Like, I get it meant a lot to a lot of us.
Can we just talk about it?
I mean, and I understand. I really do. And for a lot of you, it was like the first time you saw niggas who wasn't broke anywhere, I guess. And I'm not trying to take away the impact that the Cosby show had on a lot of people, because that's very real. However, it was not good enough for y'all to be doing all these acrobatic twists and flips and turns and all this shit, trying to justify all of this for Heathcliff Huxtable.
I mean, that's your daddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He's not your daddy. He is not your daddy. He's not. Claire's not your mama. Theo and them, that's not your brothers and sisters. None of that shit. You did not grow up in that brownstone. That's not your house. That's not your life. I don't understand how y'all are so attached to this man and this program that you are willing to overlook all of the evidence right in front of your face and be like, nah, it's because he was getting ready to buy NBC. It's because y'all just don't like when niggas are finally getting their shit together. Y'all just hating on this black man, a legend in the community. And so what? You hoes shouldn't have never been at his house no damn way. And if you was in a room along with Bill Cosby and decided to ingest a drink, then that was your own goddamn fault, you stupid bitch. What did you think? You had a reasonable expectation to be alone with Bill Cosby and not be drugged and raped? Ha, you're bad. Like, that's really what you niggas sound like right now. And Felicia Rashad was right there being the main bitch to pipe up and say something about it. Stephanie Mills' dumb, irrelevant ass decided to chime in and be like, hopefully now he can work to free other niggas who are in jail unfairly, and this will bring awareness to the block. Bitch, you clearly don't know what the fuck you talking about. But you also don't know nothing about Bill Cosby if you think he about to turn around and use his energy, money, resources, or any combination of the three to help niggas do anything. Like, not niggas in jail. No. That's not Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby is like the foundation of respectability politics. You know what he gonna do? Donate money to an HBCU. Perhaps fund some scholarships. Stuff like that to the niggas that he feels deserve it. He not finna do nothing. Really? Yes, Bill Cosby and his wife were...
I really don't expect this man to do anything but die.
Oh, no, I don't mean now. But like before all this came out, they were huge donors at Spelman. I don't think Howard, but like they definitely...
No, they donated a lot of money.
Yeah, they're very big on like, we're going to help you young blacks who are doing the right thing and behaving in the correct manner to advance your lives. And like, it's, like I said, the foundation of respectability politics. But again, it's just something about the hold that patriarchy has on this community. Even Naturi fucking Naughton. Did you see that? Naturi Naturi fucking Naughton decided that she was also going to lend her voice. She did for her Auntie Claire.
Claire Huxtable.
Yeah, for her Auntie Claire. She said, you niggas need to leave it alone. Everybody's allowed to have different opinions. It doesn't make you anti anything. Hashtag The Cosby Show changed lives. Felicia Rashad, I stand with you. Sweetie.
You know what also changed lives, Nishiri?
Trauma.
Real Cosby, drugging,
yep,
raping, harassing, assaulting real life women, not fictional ones. That changed lives too. Just not for the better.
Nobody said anything about us not being allowed to have different opinions. That's not even an argument. Of course, we're allowed to have different opinions. Sweetie, we're not 6 years old. We all know that. However, sometimes having a different opinion does indeed mean that you are anti something. And do you realize the topic of conversation is rape?
Yeah.
Do you realize we're talking about sexual assault, sweetheart? What the fuck do you mean anti or different opinions and it doesn't make you anti anything? Are you not? What are you saying here? Are you not anti-rape? Are you not anti-sexual assault? Are you not anti women being drugged without their knowledge and taken complete advantage of? I really don't understand the point that you thought you were making here. And I don't know why you thought Felicia Rashad needed your help. But now you got your fans all on your Instagram dragging the hell out of you. You got Keely talking about go get me a 2-piece because this bitch is wilding out. I'm like,
insane.
And you literally set yourself up for it. This had nothing to do with you. You did not play Rudy's little friend on the show. You was not a guest star like Alicia Keys was. Which every time I see that clip, it takes me out to see like baby Alicia Keys on this show. But like, you are not.
I don't think I knew that she was.
You are not Erica Alexander. You are not Cockroach. Like this show.
Even if you were, sit the fuck down. Like, bitch, don't nobody. It's a TV show.
And again, like, right.
It's
the Cosby Show
fantastic
changed
that
lives.
it made a difference, that it changed lives, that it caused people to think differently, that it affected people in a positive way, that it inspired and motivated Black people to think differently, aspire to differently, treat family. Like, if it didn't do those things, what the fuck was the point? What was the purpose?
Right.
It should have. It should have. That was what it was meant to do. As many, if not most, stories told on TV, specifically from the Black experience, should be doing. So yes, it's great that it did that, but we have to separate. Like, and to me, it's like annoying. It's almost like maddening to an extent to have to like continue to say this, because we've done this for the entirety of this whole Cosby discussion, and people just feel the way that they feel, and y'all don't give a fuck about people. You don't give a fuck about the safety of women. You don't give a fuck about like the respect or like bodily autonomy of like, y'all just don't give a fuck.
Nope.
Especially when on the other side of that is a rich and powerful man, and let that man be Black. And we're talking about us because, like, you know, whiteness has bruised, beaten, and battered us so goddamn bad and so long that we're just like, any old nigga should be able to get away with all of the garbage that white people do. Is it not eyebrow raising and concerning that right on the top of this man's conviction being overturned, that Harvey Weinstein's people were like, we absolutely live for the doll and for this decision. And we know that the judges over here are going to do the same thing for our good girl Harv. Is that not like something that's like...
Nope, it's not. They don't give a shit.
Eye-opening? Y'all don't care. And it's like, all right, great. What am I supposed to do with that besides continue to just, you know, wonder why Earth still spins?
Right. Disappointed and disgusted, but not surprised. And I mean, also, that is like, as always. As fucking always. Felicia Rashad put out a bunch of bullshit statements afterwards. I believe victims, support victims, blah, blah, blah. Like, clearly you don't. Clearly you fucking do not. And I feel for any student who needs to file a complaint with regard to sexual harassment at the College of Fine Arts at Howard University while you are in charge of that some bitch, because I have a feeling it's not going to go nowhere. It won't be treated with the respect and the tenderness that it deserves. If it is treated with any seriousness at all. And you have made it very, very clear that you would rather, I'm not even going to say it again. Felicia Rashad, I don't understand it, but you've made your bed. Now you will have to lie in it. And then finally, this Sha'Carri Richardson situation. So it came out today that she is not going to be on the Olympic roster at all. She already had a 30-day suspension that meant she was not going to be able to run in the 100-meter individual race, but there was still a chance that she would be picked for the relay team. However, USA Track and Field released a very nice statement, I thought, all things considered, but basically said, we have a lot of empathy. We think the rules around weed should be readdressed because we don't think that this is fair or great. But at the same time, everybody knows the rules. And if we adjusted our standards 2-3 weeks before it's time for niggas to start packing up, then our fucking credibility would be under question and blah, blah. All this saying, you know, like, sorry girl, but you knew you wasn't allowed to smoke no weed and you did, so you can't go.
Which is a lot of people's approach to this debate.
Right. And I mean, and I get that. I really do. I get that the Olympics are not an American sporting event. I get that. And I honestly do believe that any other runner would have been treated the same way if their test came back positive.
Sure.
I just have so much empathy for this girl because of the sheer amount of bullshit that she has been through, to the point where I don't care about none of that. Like, I just want her mental health to be in a good place. I want her to have a strong community of people who can support her while she's dealing with this bullshit. She has been taking it all on the chin, you know, taking responsibility, which is something white people love to see niggas do, and said that, you know, she was stressed out because her mother died and the stress of prepping for these trials. And I didn't even know this, but she found out about her mother's death because of some fucking reporter who emailed her after, or I'm not emailed, but interviewed her after a race and brought it up. And like, she didn't even know about it then, which don't get me started on how that's even like journalistic like standards and ethics. I don't even understand how you felt like that was an okay thing to do. But Sha'Carri Richardson is 21. Y'all have dug through and found her tweets. She said some shit about Lil Nas X a few months ago that niggas was very pissed off about. And I get that. I just don't have it in me for the pitchforks and everything for this girl. I just don't have it for all the shit that she has been through, for like what it must be like to have the whole fucking world all of a sudden obsessed with you and picking over every single thing you've done, for just being that young and going through the amount of shit she's gone through. I just don't have it. I feel like nothing but empathy for her. And I just want her to be in a place where she can take care of herself, focus on herself, you know, get back to running. And again, she's 21. She has plenty of time to come back in the next Olympics or in nationals or whatever else and show y'all what she can do. So I'm just wishing her all the healing and all the love as she gets through this, because it has to be a shit situation.
Yeah. I mean, I think I feel the same way. Like, I understand that it's like, oh, well, you're not supposed to smoke weed and you did, girl, so blah, blah, blah. But it's like, to me, it's a bit deeper than that. I think that it's kind of about evaluating a lot of shit that's going on in terms of rule making, breaking, whatever. Because first of all, I don't give a fuck, you know, the Olympics is not an American. But yeah, I get that. It's probably one of the best fucking things about it. At the same time, girl, cannabis is not a fucking American plant. And it's just, it's still 2021. And I don't understand why we're still treating this as if it's a what's it, a sports enhancing, performance enhancing drug, whatever. It isn't. It isn't. As I said before, a good blunt will make you want to do anything but run track and field. It'll make you want to sit the fuck down.
Yeah.
So her hitting a blunt after, going through whatever trauma, pressure, whatever other fucking shit she has to deal with as one of the best athletes walking or running, if you will. It's like, excuse mama for rolling and lighting a blunt, especially if y'all can fucking drink at the Olympics or wherever else. It's not mathing to me. And then on top of that, you have to analyze situations like them banning swimming caps that are specifically made for black hair and bodies, and the fact that many black athletes, swimmers, performers, whatever you want to call them, they can't get their hair style, texture, volume to fit in your regular degular ass swimming caps. Okay, they got a different situation, and you know what it is. You see it and you love it, and you can't take. And so to try and thin the herd again, because look at all of these black people, specifically women, clearing y'all bitches in each and every single one of these games. Oh, okay, well now you can't wear that swim cap. Why? 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 A larger swim cap is more aerodynamic, hydrodynamic? What's the problem?
They just don't want your black ass in their sport.
So I can't help but whether it's about Sha'Carri Richardson and like, as far as the whole the shit with the tweets go, like, listen, you Crystal are the one who let me know that mama was part of the family in whatever regard, whether she identifies as lesbian, bis, whatever the fuck. You let me know what it is. And she's 21 years old. So many queer people have eras, especially in that age range, where they deal with some form of internalized homophobia, self-loathing, self-hate, whatever the fuck. Even Lil Nas X himself may have been a tad guilty of this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. When I saw them tweets about Lil Nas X, I was like, all right, I wasn't following her to unfollow her, so I wasn't too offended. I do support Lil Nas X and all of my auntiness. But fine. Everyone has their opinion. She must not have liked the devil video. And then they had some other tweet from 2015 where she said something about niggas being gay if they wear pink and they should die in a pit or some shit like that. And I'm like, you want me to judge this girl that I was just introduced to based off of some dumb shit that she said when she was 15? Is this what we're doing? Like, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna give this black girl a little bit more grace, especially in the today of things, to figure out whatever the fuck is going on, to definitely smoke her weed. And I feel like if anybody should be evaluated for what the fuck is really going on and how much sense it makes, it should be the Olympics and not Sha'Carri fucking Richardson. Not any of the fucking athletes that are like wrapping their hair up, their dreads up in whatever fucking swim caps. You know what I'm saying? Simply working with the hormones or the levels that God gave them without having to y'all motherfuckers to question what's going on in their bodies or what's going on in their hair or whatever the fuck. Y'all just can't take the fact that black people are going to clear y'all when it comes to a lot of these games. They just are. They just are.
Yep.
They just are. Show up anyway and have a good time. Do your best, bitch. Like, what do you want?
And a lot of this is like the whole testosterone level thing is a conversation that I really hate because, first of all, y'all be searching for ways to be transphobic. And as soon as you hear this, you jump right into that. Secondly, natural testosterone levels vary wildly amongst, I don't even know how to say this, like female identified people, XX chromosome people, however you say it. Like natural testosterone levels vary wildly because this is going to blow your mind. People are different.
Yeah.
People are different. People are different. And there is a difference between testosterone levels from somebody who is doping and testosterone levels that occur naturally. And, you know, when people get to the level of competing in national meets and qualifying for the Olympics and things like that, it is not impossible to have them tested regularly. In fact, it happens all the time. And so this is something that can be monitored. It doesn't have to, but y'all search. Like I said, you search for reasons to be transphobic and you search for reasons to deny Black and brown girls their things. And so you take these bullshit arbitrary levels that don't mean anything other than I just have more testosterone than Becky La bitch next to me. And you decide that means that we're not good enough or we have some sort of unfair advantage in your fucking sport. It's in sports, it's just called an advantage. Nobody says, oh my God, that white boy who smoked weed and went swimming, Michael Phelps, he should be disqualified because he has an 8-foot-long wingspan and it's unfair that his arms and legs are so long because it means he can move faster and more efficiently through the water. That's simply an advantage in the sport. That's just his advantage.
Do better, bitch.
And if it were the case that naturally occurring high testosterone levels meant that you were automatically a better track and field athlete than the next bitch, then none of the girls with lower levels would ever win anything. But that's not the case because your testosterone levels is just one factor of what goes into being an Olympic level athlete. Again, if you weren't so dead set on being transphobic and taking things away from women, punishing women, again, specifically women, then this would not even be a conversation. Because do you think that they test men's testosterone levels, which of course they do for steroids, which is something they should be doing. But do you think they take the men whose levels fall below the average for men and tell them, oh, well, clearly something's wrong. You're an anomaly, so you can't compete? Of course not. Of course not. This is something y'all do specifically to women. And it just so happens, I wonder why, that it tends to be the Black girls, the brown girls who have to face this discrimination the most. Gee, I fucking wonder. Again, not shocked. I want the world to stop telling me that things are so much better than they are. I want y'all to stop bullshitting us. And I want y'all to stop acting like we are doing something wrong by simply excelling and being ourselves. You're really sick about it. You'll never get over it. You'll never be okay with it. And yet we'll never go away. That swim cap thing, fully the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard.
Like,
do you think swim caps made for people with black hair come with like a motor or something in the back? Is simply the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And they're just like, well, it doesn't meet our standards. So no, we're not going to allow it. You just don't want Black people blacking up your fucking sport, taking things away from the rest of you the way we have been. Y'all so sick of the way we dominate, but we're never, ever going to stop. You just got to continue to seethe.
Girls don't even be trying to be way better than you. They just are.
Like,
just run faster, swim faster, throw farther, jump higher.
They train and practice just like everybody else, and they're just better. They're just better. You could try being better. I mean, you could try. You probably won't, but you could try.
Everyone can't be the best. You know?
It
used to be great.
Yeah.
You're not Serena Williams.
Right.
You're not Simone Biles. You're not Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yeah. You're just not the girls. And then
the girls.
Enjoy your third or whatever. But just like we know what is really going on here. So please cut the absolute fucking bullshit. And that's it for me. That was all I had to say.
All right. Well, that was a lot of what I had to say as well. I will just wrap that up by saying as well, another big fuck you to Miami, specifically the government officials there, the people that own the things there. I didn't mention this last week. I forgot to talk about the collapse of the condominium building out on the beach. Death toll, I think, has risen to 36
Lord.
As of today. 109 people potentially unaccounted for, 70 confirmed.
My God.
In these towers that collapsed on June 24th, to which they later, the mayor, Daniela Levine Cava, had them demolish the remaining part of the building so that they could allegedly have a better chance at finding the remains of people. Although citizens protested for possible human residents that were still living, animals, pets that were possibly still alive and just needed to be found.
Oh my God.
They demolished the shit anyway and are still, I think, searching for people. And I just want to say, you know, of course, not like this shouldn't be as like this should be surprising. This should be gag worthy, and it isn't. Not for me. You motherfuckers have been so pressed about gentrifying the city of Miami and erecting all of these brand new luxury buildings and not taking care of the goddamn shit that has been sitting there, erected in your town for literal decades. And this is where it has left y'all. Motherfuckers have known since I think 2018, due to inspections, that shit in that particular building was not sweet. They knew they had inspections done in that building that let them know that the concrete was deteriorating, there was water damage and all of this other stuff. And the girls were bickering back and forth in-house about how much it was going to cost, dropping off boards, doing all of this other stuff. Meanwhile, still having people coming and going in this building. Now look at how many people are dead. Missing. First responders finding the bodies of their own loved ones in this rubble.
That's too much.
And you motherfuckers are just talking about, oh yeah, let's just bust the rest of the shit down so we can just clear it. Fuck y'all.
That whole story, honestly.
Fuck y'all.
I couldn't even handle it. I could not handle
all of these. There are so many sectors of my city that are unrecognizable to me now because they have brand new buildings just like this one that cracked in half all over the goddamn place that will very likely face the same kind of issues in the future because y'all bitches don't care about that motherfucking shit. You don't care about the people that live in that motherfucking city at all. And it's all about money and greed and capitalism. Fuck y'all. Because this was completely and wholly preventable. It should not have fucking happened.
Right.
It shouldn't have. Y'all have been building all of these, again, quote unquote, luxury buildings on top of mostly Black neighborhoods, Black bodies, Black communities. Like all of that mural this and day parties and all of that shit in Wynwood. Ask people who used to live there and in Overtown what it was giving prior to your graffiti murals and to your rose Saturdays and shit out there. That's just one part of it. I'm so fucking sick of this goddamn bullshit. This should have never fucking happened. And people with like, whether it's in real estate or the owners of these buildings, everybody, the mayor, all you motherfuckers should be ashamed of yourselves. And this blood is on your hands and you're disgusting. And as I've said before, all of the best things about all of the good things about Miami and Florida are Black. Seethe.
I mean,
be pissed.
Nobody is arguing that. That's just a fact.
Get mad about it. Disney, Universal, and nigga. That's what Florida has. The end.
Yeah,
Mickey, Universal Studios, and niggas. The end.
Everything about that story was absolutely heartbreaking. But when I saw the part about the first responder finding his own daughter, I said, no, I actually have to leave this alone. Because I know that this happened because somebody was trying to save money. Probably a bunch of somebodies.
Agreed.
Trying to save money. Didn't want to keep something up to code. Or the code didn't have to be followed in the first damn place because inspections are only required every 30 years or some shit. And like this boils down to all these lives lost because y'all cared more about money than people having a safe place to live.
I want lawsuits.
Yep.
I want lawsuits down to destitution, bitch. Yes. I want prison time.
Yep.
I want the girls to go down. I'm tired of y'all hoes. The end. I'm finished. I don't have anything else to say.
Okay. That is going to wrap up this week's episode of The Read. Check us out on social media at This Is The Read. And yeah, our website is thisistheread.com. Anything else from you before we skedaddle?
No, I did realize earlier that I forgot last week to say congratulations to the Ellises for having another baby.
Yes, Kadine's pregnant. Oh my God, the cutest little pregnant lady. Adorable.
Our friends of the show, fam, Kadeen and Deval, are having a fourth kid. Y'all about to be so like you
So
are.
many
Like, I was about to say y'all about to be so busy, as if y'all niggas aren't already busier than all hell. Like,
Right.
like,
Because every time I watch Encore, here go Deval on the screen.
Right.
Because he's on
promos for
Sisters,
his
right?
ass.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd be like, look at Deval.
All they do is work. I'm praying for y'all sleep. Because you already
Right.
commonly sleep with a baby's foot in your damn nostrils.
Right.
So here comes baby 4.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for them. I'm such a big fan. And I hope that you have a very healthy and happy pregnancy, Kadeen.
Yes.
And
best of luck, sis.
as always, if you need anything, I am right there. And Lord bless this child if she's a little girl.
Okay. I really can't even imagine, but every girl I know who's the youngest in like a family full of boys be like, yeah, I never had to do anything. Like, and if somebody looked at me wrong, then my brothers beat their asses. So it's like, okay, sounds like the life, sis. So
3 big brothers, Anna Deval, and me, because I will pull up.
I mean, and Kadeen is right there as well. So
what did you say, young man?
To say it again, we would
or
love
young
to,
lady,
right? Whoever we want,
whoever the fuck.
Say it again, but yes.
What was that? Oh,
best of luck, regardless, and yes. Very, very happy for the 2 of you. All right. Oh, I love that we ended on a positive note. Look at us.
Yeah. Fun time.
All right, y'all. Take care of yourselves. We will see you next week.